Alright, I think I have everything ready now. I think so at least. Currently it is just you cans sitting there right now. At least according to anything I know. So yeah, I'll just get started now. Alright, so I'm going to go grab the exported financial section, which I have actually already prepared slightly, because by default, never mind, I didn't prepare. I thought I prepared, but I did not prepare. So going to just deal with it. That's the one. Alright. This section is of course going to be a lot laggier now that I am also rendering at the same time. So we'll see how that goes. We shall see how that goes. Alright. You said you wanted this camera angle, right? Something like this. The last time I opened this section, I accidentally didn't import the layers, so yeah, not my fault. Well, sort of is, because I didn't know. Yeah, I'm gonna hide most of the layers. I just want to figure out what camera angle you wanted me to use. So if I do something like this, then you can't see the missing door over there. I think. Yeah, that's the only missing door there. And oh my god. Why you inverted? Why are you partially inverted? Ah, whatever, it's gonna be fine in the render. Why are you inverted? Yeah, like exactly. They also don't see the missing section. Alright, so I'm gonna go and hide everything that you can't see from there. I actually also hide the doors and stuff. Well, looks like I might not get to hide that much in the end. Ooh, there, that's the one. I mean, I can hide them for working now, when I think about it. So, something like this, and hide those as well. And, yeah, I'm going to make sure this is my selected layer. There we go. And now I'm going to go grab the model for Kyle and Dina that you wanted, and Takal. Alright, let's get them over here. No need to be shy. Now whenever I'm importing stuff here, I always wonder, is like the section too large? Are these models too small? Because the roads are really, really big in APB. Yes, exactly. limited edition Pop Cazador remastered main outfit number 3. I would put the whole thing in the title bar, but I sort of want people to read the other stuff too. Implying that other people will watch me dick around, be shit at using Blender, but apparently at some point 32 people at once thought that this would be interesting to see. So, who am I to judge? Alright, for some reason the window here isn't applied. You have this weird tendency to not apply the scale of objects, leaving them with inverted normals. Like, I see it sometimes with your props in the prop pack, and like now with the car window material here. Anyway, time to gotta go grab some police cars now. Going to oh yeah, right, I can't use the mega pack because I was dumb in the mega pack. Let's go and grab the Broadwing, because you can't have a police chase without a Broadwing. There it is, an old skeleton and giant glory. Scale it down. They always seem like toy cars, but in the end, it turns out it's just that APB has really giant roads. There we go. And now let's go grab. Oh, what else would we want chasing them? Let's get Moira in here as well. Why not? They seem like kind of the slightly faster police cars anyway. And also in its giant glory over there. Apparently has its windows hidden, but that's fine. Yeah, like back when I did the exported section with the Port Authority, I was also really surprised that I triple checked everything. Like I took some reference pictures of like car widths on the roads, and it turns out they are just really, really fucking big roads. Which in the end, I mean, it's fine. America does have relatively big roads, but it's just so weird. And let's get the growl in here as well, because we want some fast police cars. Interestingly, this one I did scale down. I am extremely inconsistent with my scaling. Yeah, but I mean like the lanes. Like the individual lanes are pretty damn big. Like if you look at here, the growl is like basically in a 45-degree angle, and it still fits between the lines. It would only block this one lane. Like if you would turn it this way, it still fits. It would still only block it to this one lane. So it is kind of ridiculously big. But then again, the growl is also a little bit short. But yeah, it's a separate problem. Let's clear the rotation on this. Now, what I'm hoping for this scene is that I can get away with some of the police cars having no drivers. Won't be able to get away with everything, but at least I hope to get away with some of them. And because I can't get away with all of them, I need to get some police officers in here. So I'll go grab some of my police officers out of the big police officer pack that I have. Still incomplete, but eventually I'll finish it. Probably. It's a very big file, so it takes a while to load. There we go. They are probably equipped for a fight, so I'm going to only get one of the vests. F2, let's get F2 in here, and oh my god, it's the sheriff version. I know what I'm doing. And yeah, so I'm having like some standard poses, like sitting in growl, sitting in other big cars, and it's just having to adjust them would be kind of useful. But laziness, basically. Oh yeah, I don't need the shirt. And let's get mail number 2, but also without the shirt version. Actually, I don't want mail 1. Mail 1 is stupid. I think this will do. It'll be fine. It'll be fine for sure. Oop. That does not look fine. Excuse me. Because has the body measure selected. And let's move them over here for ease of access in a minute. There we go, get you down here. Stupid camera angle, I gotta adjust it in a minute. There we go. Now it's about focused on where it should be. Now, good, you parented everything. That's good. Alright, so to make things easier for me later, I'm going to select both Kyle's and Kaz's skeletons and parent them to the car. That way once I have them posed, I don't need to be careful with moving the car around. And the interior is inverted. So I gotta fix that. There we go, I think that's it. Wasn't it specifically, but it was something. Excuse me. My throat seems to be a little bit sore, but it's no biggie. I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Apart from, crashing my computer and destroying the universe or something. Knowing Blender, that's entirely possible. Alright, let's rotate Kaz here and move her to the seat. Pose to follow shortly and commands to Kyle. There we go. And let's get a color over there as well. A little bit close. There we go. And now to do some posing. For this I'm going to hide the car window because it's just going to be in the way. And work with the relatively very old version of Jens' skeleton. Alright. Let's get guys in here. These damn Americans and their goddamn automatics. This is a sports car, it should have a manual. Let's do some basic work. Oh, come on. I should probably also hide the exterior of the car, it's also only gonna get in the way. I apologize for my coughing every now and then. Yeah. I basically only just started. The background is imported if I quickly show you, you can probably recognize this building. It's a section from the APB game, so you didn't miss out much at all. Just the boring setting up stuff, the whole posing stuff I'm doing now. So you came just in time, really. Alright, let's get a foot to the gas pedal. Again, complaining about this being a... Don't need to move the toe, I need to move this. Oh, come on. Ah, fucking hell. Okay. I'm doing good. How about you? I wanted to stream yesterday, probably saw that in the modeling thread, but things came up so I was unable to do so, but decided to make up for it by streaming tonight. Alright, this foot should be somewhere far away from the pedals because when you're driving a manual, you should not be putting... when you're driving an automatic, you shouldn't get used to putting your foot on your left foot on the brake, because you should keep that on the clutch. So you shouldn't get used to putting it somewhere else. Let's get your hands over here on the steering wheel, at least roughly, so I can figure out what the hell I need to adjust. Maybe you should, I don't know, try doing some stuff. Like, okay, that sounds like really bad advice, but, like, if you realize something like this, it's, probably best to, like, just try doing something else. Like, I don't know, what could you try that's easy to get into and, universally likable? Actually, you know what, don't follow my advice, I am a terrible teacher of anything. That's good to hear. At least that'll work out for you. Again, as I said before, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask me on PM or during streams or whatever. Should be available to answer anything. Rough pose. Going to okay, she's not really sitting back enough. Oh, the joys of posing in cars. Very confining space. And strange poses like a bit, but I can work it out. What do you mean? How we work differently? Like, what specifically do you do differently from me? Like, is it like the posing workflow or what? Yes, that edit mode is looking normal is, well, normal because in edit mode everything is in its neutral pose. What I think is that you may have accidentally adjusted the bones in posing mode, but I can't be sure of that until I see images. But that's my assumption. Like, you can have refute it right now that that's not true, or of course I confirm that that's true. Ah, okay. Well, I usually just roughly pose on things to get a general feel for the scene. So oop. Come on, there we go. Yeah. So I basically just roughly pose things into position so that I can then see if I need to make any major adjustments to the scene. Like, I can't think of any specific examples. Actually, I'm going to I think I'm going to make him stand in the car. You know, it's pretty flat and they're probably going fast, so it wouldn't work so well. The way he's going to have his legs further in. And then rotate him around a bit because he's going to be shooting behind them. Okay, I need to turn around a bit more. This is where poses get awkward. Like, it means he needs to be further over here in the seat, I think. Thanks. We appreciate the compliments. It's always nice to read nice things. We usually, I often just feel like in an echo chamber, if I'm perfectly honest, in circles where I'm talking, just like, I post a render, people are like, yay, looks nice. But it's basically always the same people, so, never 100% certain how genuine that is, but hearing it from somebody I don't talk to on the regular, it's always nice. So, thanks. I'm not good at taking compliments properly. Sorry if I sound disingenuous. On the window. Actually, make me sit on the door might actually. Sort of how you would in APB. But I would also make him a bigger target. Like, well, make some of the cops shoot back at them, so, would probably not be a good idea to sit up like that. Alright. Especially from people you don't know, right? Like, if I get a compliment from you or from Jens or from Zadira or whoever, I'm like, oh yeah, I know you. I know how to respond. Usually sarcasm, and yeah. Well, you know me. I usually go for a bit of both. So I guess I could try. Try if I can make this look good, then I'll go for it. And if I can't, then I'll go for your idea. I guess in text it's easier to take compliments. You can just be like, thanks, some random smiley, and be done with it. But on voice, it's kind of like, thanks, I appreciate it, and yeah, thanks, I guess. It's always awkward, but yeah. Actually, looking at this, it's not gonna look good, so I'm going to have to try some stuff. But hey, trying stuff was good. So maybe if I make him stand on the seat, I know Kaz will probably kill him afterwards, but how dare you mess up my seats? But no, oop, might actually look alright. So going to see if I can make it work. If I can't, then I'll probably go sit in the corner and cry a bit, but oh god, this is an awkward as fuck pose. Kaz, why can't you like give me easy ideas? That's fine. Oh yeah, the nervousness from getting compliments. Like, what do I do now? Do I like say thanks? Do I do whatever? Do I ignore? Do I just curl up in a ball and cry? Do I just teleport away? Can I melt? Melting would be good. Reference would be good actually, if you have something specific in mind. Reference is always helpful for transferring something specific that you have in mind. Well, with my friends, I sort of got the whole compliment taking thing sort of down. I know how they react to what I say, so that usually works out well enough. But like random people on the internet, I'm like, are you genuine, or are you just saying that to make me feel better? Ah, yeah, self-criticalness. That's something I can relate to as well. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but not as bad as you when it comes to the criticism of self. But yeah. All right, reference. Okay. Okay, I get it. I get what you mean now. It's a weird ass reference though. Why is the fire coming out the thing? But yeah, like it's too late for the reference now because I'm actually pretty happy with this pose now. Just realized I didn't grab the gun I wanted to give him. Where is it? The I have a Mountie that I modified to look like a normal Beretta instead of the semi-auto, full auto Beretta that it's based on. Alright, there you are. Join you all together. Actually, I have an idea. I'm going to be a slight bit fancy and add a tiny detail that no person will ever see. Going to quickly parent the slide to the gun. Get the gun over here. The reason I'm picking this gun is mainly because it is the same model that they used for the gun in the holster. So it's a tiny consistency thing that you don't actually see because the holster is empty once I'm done with it. That is if it's easy enough to work with. Which I think it's not, but well, wouldn't be the first time I did a slightly more difficult editing job. Ah, stupid camera, get over here. I think the gods of APB might be smiling on me, but actually I think they're not. I think they're laughing at me right now, thinking that they'd smile. Alright, Kyle's diff user, just diff if I'm not mistaken. No, you're not. Or is it case sensitive? It is case sensitive. Why is this case sensitive? Like, G1Y. Fucking G1. Alright. Actually, I forgot I need to synchronize the selection. Really good tip. Use synchronized selection. It makes your life so much easier when you're selecting like these details. Because now I can see like those faces are here. And now I can select them individually, like so. Oh, they're right TGA. Damn it. That's what happens when I was working with TGAs earlier. Alright. And I think the rest I can select by hand from here. There we go. Now this whole would be a problem for a game item, but luckily because the Blender gods do smile upon me occasionally, Mac faces get rendered in cycles. So this will now render like the outside, which ultimately is technically a problem. Practically doesn't make a difference. And mouse isn't showing. Thank you for telling me this. Not like last time. But nobody told me that mouse wasn't showing. Alright, I gotta quickly fiddle around the settings. I hope that this doesn't cause issues. So bear with me. Alright, can you see a mouse now? Please be able to see a mouse. Oh, right, screencast keys. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I swear I know what I'm doing. I swear. Okay, going to make this 0.4 metallic. I should copy the hex code for this so that I have it the same everywhere. There we go. Good. Everything is fine now. Okay, you are the grip. The grip was brown. Like that. A little bit more. That's good, that's good. I should probably move this. Okay, you are a part of the grip, not the trigger. You are part, so actually from now everything is supposed to be silver, so I can just do this. Alright. Now, I'm going to quickly get the metallicness on everything. And let's just say that. Actually, no. Kyle looks after his gun. Alright. That should be fine. And now I'm going to move the gun to Kyle's hand. At least roughly get the rotation right. Something like this maybe, a little bit more like that. And like so. Should be roughly fine. No, Kaz is criminal. Well, that's cop, not enforcer. Slight difference. Cops and whiskey is an enforcer. But details. Most people don't even know that there is a difference. Some people even firmly believe they are in fact the same. They're not, but yeah. A lot of enforcers like to act like the police as well. But it's all part of APB's massive clusterfuck of a story. Which is good, because complex stories can usually be more interesting. Aren't necessarily, but sure have potential to. I'm glad you acknowledge the difference. Alright. Now to adjust the fingers. Like the fingertips. Good enough. Yeah, it's basically the gist of the enforcers. They're basically just vigilantes who are told, yeah, you're fine. Which is an interesting dynamic, but at least some of the players take the whole police part a little bit too seriously. Like, you get like all these police roleplay clans. Which, I mean, more power to them. If they want to do that, then that's their business. But, they shouldn't judge other people for not seeing it as they do. Alright, now. Kyle is cool, so Kyle gets to hold his gun sideways. And now, for the tiny detail, I separated out the slide on this gun. I'm going to move the slide back like this. And then I'm going to quickly grab some of the bullet casings I have and get some of those in here. Casings, objects, 9mm. Now it's going to be off somewhere in space, but okay, I can't do that from this angle. The issue of doing this in a pre-built imported scene is the fact that I sort of have to keep on anything I import is going to be like way back there. So yeah. Did he? Why was I not told about this? I mean, I have my own casings, and I scaled them to real-life calibers, and just go with those. These are also all, I think at least, that all of them are correctly scaled. I know I scaled the 5.56 to the ATAC, and 7.62 to I think the OBIR, but I'm not sure about that one. But I mean, if he has like more of them, then I'm not gonna say no. And what is that reason? Why do I not know? Like, is it because he didn't make it public so that somebody doesn't have them, or is it because something else? Well, actually, I'm gonna make it just about have been extracted, so basically still here. Alright, you can explain later then. Maybe don't want to put too much attention to that. The interior is not completely correctly detailed, so I'll leave it like that. All right. Sadira in chat because she wanted to watch me, but I don't think I see her in chat at all. Like maybe I should go poke her or something. Should I go poke Sadira? But yeah, I'm also going to quickly parent the casing to Kyle here. Sorry about that. Going home what? Yeah, sure. If you want to ask her, she seemed excited when I said I'll be streaming today, so maybe go ask her. All right, I think I'm pretty happy with Kyle's pose actually. Going to do finger posing on this hand later when the window is back. Well, you are carrying the sort of being a mod, so work for your privileges, I guess. I'm going to cheat slightly by putting her slightly off of the seat, and I'm going to make a foot clip through the gas pedal because, let's face it, you will not be able to see this at all. Now, if I'll do some fancy drive. Like, what I'm thinking right now, scene composition wise and everything, I kind of want to make it look like they're coming drifting around the corner. Like, the camera angle will be like somewhere over here, and they'll be like drifting over, like around here. So, I don't know, would Kaz be able to, be able to drive like that? Like, is he that good of a driver, or should I maybe stay a little bit more reasonable? Then again, this is a rear-wheel drive, powerful car, so it would be pretty easy to drift. I guess it's a V8. You can't really tell, but it's probably a V8. It's an American car. Actually, it's based on the Charger, so it might be a V10. Well, being a cop does not translate to being a good driver. Have you seen cops drive? The smoke. Yes, I'll be adding the smoke in post-processing, which I can't do on stream unless no, I can't do it tomorrow morning. 20-minute streams of me just using the blur tool on the GIMP all day. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stream. No, not stream. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a previous scene I made and just do smoke on that to show how it works. Ah, Sadiro's here. Hey, Sadiro. How you doing? Alright. Okay, so I'm going to make her do some fancy driving. So that's been decided now. The only issue I have is, since this is a unrigged car, because somebody was apparently too lazy. I'm kidding. I'm going to have to do this by hand. Which is, in it by itself, not really a big problem. Oh jeez, I hope I'm not disturbing you then. Like, seriously, if you need to work, then work, don't watch me. Unless it's someone distracting that we can stick around. Which I appreciate. But, you know, your schoolwork comes first. But I want to add motion blur. Like, I need to add motion blur to the wheels. If I don't have motion blur on the wheels, then it won't look good enough, because I want the wheels to be in shot. Because I like motion blur on wheels. Looks fancy. So, how do I best go about it? Actually, I know how to do it. How I'm gonna do it. Oh, right, I'm still... There we go. Separate this. And separate this wheel. Then take this wheel. Oh, gotta get rid of that one. Excuse me. And put the origin to the geometry. Now this should roughly mean that it's rotating around its own axis. Good enough. And now the same for these wheels. Oop. origin to geometry and origin to geometry. That should be good. Yep, it is. And not exactly the right position for wheel rotation, but that's fine. And of course I'm gonna have to get the brake pads in a minute, but I'll get to that when I get to that. All right. Now I think the poses are roughly done, so I can make sure that I get the details right. So Kyle's hand over here, I'm going to move it closer to the edge there. And then rotate a little bit more so that his pinky is no longer stuck through the windshield frame thing. Then very slightly angle his fingers like this, so that he leaves nice fingerprints on the windscreen. Yes, you can make them look like they're spinning using motion blur. So basically I'll be giving you an impromptu, not really tutorial, and you shouldn't be using it as one, but you can probably use it as one anyway, method of finding out how to do that. So, but well, I'll get to that when I get to that. It's a little bit more involved, pretty advanced in comparison to the other things that you'll be doing with rendering stuff. But it's not too complicated. Come on. Oh, whatever. And, oh yeah, right. Kaz needs her hands correctly posed around the wheel. Oh, I lied, this card is a manual. This is good. It's a paddle shifter, but that's more than good enough for me. Now, am I going to be crazy and rotate the wheel? Like, is it even noticeable from any angle? Like, windscreen, windows, everything, get out of here. I don't know if it'll be noticeable. The wheel would be a little bit harder to rotate as well because it's on an angle. Also, just notice her knees are clipping through the wheel. Well, her knee. Maybe move her just slightly back. Yeah, as I said, I kind of want to do something like a drift around the corner, so she'd definitely be counter-steering the drift. Like, I could also just make her go straight, but that'd be kind of boring. This is the thinking part. I'm trying to figure out what exactly I want to do with this scene. Engine upgrade. Interesting topic. Very divisive topic. Very, very divisive topic. But, I guess I can let rule number 2 slide. Well, maybe she can drift through something. That's what I'm thinking. Like she's drifting over the curb or something. And yeah, the update itself will almost certainly not affect us. because all of the assets and everything are going to stay the same. The only thing that could potentially be an issue is that Ninja Ripper doesn't work on the new engine upgrade. I don't see that happening though, because Ninja Ripper works universally with the Unreal Engine as far as I'm aware, and yeah, we'll be fine. We should be fine. Even though I recently, like, ever since the Valentine's update, I have not been able to use the newest version of I've not been able to use the newest version of Ninja Ripper anymore. I had to use an older version. Not sure, and the reason for that is a new executable that looks very much like something that shouldn't have been in a released version. It was like called something like Shader Compiler, and so I'm thinking that's probably an issue that's going to be solved in the near future. But again, everything I say can be completely and utter bullshit. So don't take this as any solid information or anything. Alright, oops, that's the wrong button. You also had problems with Ninja Ripper? Like after the Valentine's update or before? Oh, oh, I see it. I see it. Well, that's interesting. I'll fix that in a second. Police cars need to get out of the way now. Get out of the way. Now the wheels. Oh, yeah, of course. I said I'd do it later, and I proceed to not do it later. The brakes. Now, selecting these brakes is always a hassle. Unless CAS removes doubles on vehicles. Oh no, wait, no, okay, on this car they are like that. Oop, not tabbed up. Come on, cooperate here. Now I need to join them to the wheels. Join this to this wheel, and then I just simply stick by the vehicle exterior material and separate them out again. That way they have the same origin point as the wheels. So select this, like that, and there we go. No, it wasn't remove doubles on the car. It was just me being a stupid. At least I think so. But besides the point. Okay. Counter steer. Not that much though. Just enough to be pointing in the right direction. Technically I should copy over the rotation values, but I'm lazy. Alright, again, I'll show you how to do motion blur on wheels later, when I get to that. And now I just realized this teensy tiny problem. What the hell is Kyle shooting at now? Yeah, I could have done that if I was smart, but I'm not smart, so... What am I gonna make? I should have thought this through. I should have thought this through. Yes. Guess the drift idea just died. Okay, I am very smart. I am very smart. Okay, let's start this over. Clear rotation on the wheels. And... yeah, but the cop car would be out of shot. That's the issue. He would be pointing out of shot. Like, the camera angle is something like this. And, if he was back like this, how he was just now, he'd be pointing off somewhere over there. I'd have to really force a police car into angle here, or just accept that he's shooting out of shot, which is not interesting. So, I guess I'm going to make her drive like a slightly more normal person. Going to, where's rotation mode? Where's rotation mode? There it is. Individual origins. There we go. Well, when I say normal person, I mean any normal person that rides the curbs when taking corners. So, oh yeah, now I get to position wheels individually as well. That's going to be fun. Because when you ride a curb, especially on a low-rating sports car like this, the car's not gonna love you for it. Because the suspension is not set up to deal with this. You know the curbs in APB are extremely low. Like, so low that I'm wondering why they even exist. Doesn't stop the occasional Vegas from flying though. And I think I can get away with the back wheel here flying. Because camera angles. Actually, I can get away with the other one clipping through the floor. Because I can't get away with this one being flying. Oh my god, the suspension needs to work for this one. Or I can actually be smart about this and rotate the body a bit like this. And this is why I parent Kaz and Kyle to the car, because, yeah, if I would have had to select everything individually every single time, I would have probably gone mad. Rotate a little bit more, because the suspension would never travel this much. It's like almost off-road suspension level of suspension travel. Don't feel bad about not being able to do the fancy flying stuff with the Vegas, because ultimately it's a pretty much useless skill, and you need a Vegas 4x4 for that and everything, and it's just ridiculous. And the Vegas is stupid and incredibly difficult to drive anyway. But everybody's okay with that because, oh, it's skill. Like, I tried driving a Vegas once or twice, I'm like, the fuck, this piece of shit doesn't turn at all. It accelerates like a fucking rocket after 2 seconds, like it has the biggest turbos in the universe, but it's actually not turbocharged at all. But I'm not gonna go into this. It's just a ridiculously stupid car, and it just is not fun to drive at all. And every time I spawn in a Vegas and need to drive to the next point because everybody died defending, I'm just like, nope, I am not going to do this. I just get out and walk to the nearest thing and get my growl. Alright. Let's get a growl in here trying to do a pit maneuver. You know, no, I don't want the growl being shot. Like, maybe the growl's like speeding into the scene from back here somewhere. Instead, a Moira is trying to pit maneuver them. Or at least would try to if the driver wasn't about to get capped. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright, I'm gonna have to have a quick drink. I even looked away from the microphone, I'm sorry. Oh, you're part of a different model. What the? Kaz? What did you do? What is this? What did you do here? This is not acceptable. Now that I know your secrets, right? Now that I know your secrets. I need to fix this. You broke it. There. That should be fine. But still, that's very, very lazy of you. Instead of like trying to fit them properly, you just... Oh, Cass. Well, I'm glad you're getting some enjoyment out of this. And I don't know if this is good news or bad news, but I think I'm going to stick with the evening slot. It just works best for me. But yeah. Well, okay, that's true. I did kind of make you give this to me way before it was done. Like, way before it was done. So, fine, I'll accept this as an excuse. I'll let it slide. This time. Next time, not so much. If that's still in there, like if that issue is still in there in the final version, you're going to, I'm going to be slightly upset. And probably do nothing because that's not how I work. Anyway, back to work. Going to, get Moira over here and, get him into pose mode, because the skeletons... Oh wait, that's the rotational axes. No, I didn't add axis locks to this one. True, I probably can't go up against something like that, and I almost did it again. Can't go up against a law student. Well, somebody who studied law. No, you're not technically a law student by definition. I'm not a smart enough man to figure out how to beat somebody who studied law. Actually, what if I hire a much better lawyer? Alright, we're definitely going to need a cop in it, maybe 2. Well, definitely 2, because that's how police cars work in the US. Well, in the big city US. I'm just wondering, what did Kyle and Kaz do to make the SPPD angry at them this time? Like, did they steal something? Did they do something? Did they kill somebody? Did Kaz try to steal some nickels again, or like did she steal a pizza or something? Is this a big pizza heist? This is the big pizza heist, isn't it? I know it's the big pizza heist. There's no denying it. Because I know you too well. This is the pizza heist, isn't it? Kyle's probably just coming on for the ride back. Oh my god, how did we get into this? Do I have a pizza though? Do I have a pizza? I don't think I do. Do you have a pizza maybe? Like one in Blender? I'm pretty sure you have a pizza somewhere. But if you have one, shoot it my way. I'll get it in here. Oh, so you think you might not have it anymore? Well, Didn't you like many moons ago have posted a picture of like a pizza model somewhere that you found? Like knowing you probably downloaded that, but that was like, oh my god, when was that? It was like 4 months ago now. So excuse me. So it's probably long gone. Come on, skeleton. There we go. Oh, can you tell I live in the UK? Because I live in the UK. I'm amazed with how subliminal stuff is. I know that outside the UK you don't drive on the left. Well, then again, I just realized you don't need to live in the UK to make that mistake. Because I know that someone who is in chat right now recently had that mistake. With the same cons, incidentally. Alright, okay, the Mora is definitely going to have visible drivers in it because they're way up there. And they're almost certainly going to be visible. So I'm going to take Mr. Police Officer over here. Get him somewhere nearby and get Mrs. Police Officer. Oop. Well, I mean, you can drive on both sides anywhere, but you're definitely going to get stopped by the police. So in a police chase, I think anything goes. But at the same time, you probably still want to stick on the right side of the road. Sure, if you can like, what do you mean by setup? Like, what do you mean by setup? Because if it's any more than just simply pressing buttons and being done with it, then don't bother. I'll think of something. Alright, get Mr. Police Officer here. Somewhere remotely close to the seat, and I just realized that if I am a smart man, which I am not, but I'll pretend to be one for a minute. I'll clear the rotation on everything and then rotate them manually like this. Rotate 90, or oops, on the Z-axis, there we go. Okay, you only got the X and A model. Yeah, I don't have anything for that set up, so if you could set that up, that would be very nice. Again, in the end, like, thanks. Oop. See, I'm not smart. Well, I was distracted. Actually, I was distracted. That's a different story. I was distracted then. Alright. Get Mrs. Police Officer in here. Hey, there's a Jens in my chat. How long have you been there? Probably the whole time. I just didn't check the viewer list for... Actually, you went there for like the first half hour. Come on, there you go. Alright. Would Cal even hit anything aiming like that? No, he won't. So, yeah. Okay. Alright, let's get the... let's get Mr. Police Officer in his chair. Sitting pose is always fun to start on the newer skeletons because the knees just go, like, everywhere. Everywhere but where they are supposed to be. Come on up. Selecting bones is always really annoying because they have no mass to select. You have to be pretty precise with the selection. Otherwise I will just decide to select everything around it, just not it. Now if I recall, the Mora has basically invisible pedals. And has a clutch for some reason. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm not gonna Nikkar nerd over this, I think. Oh. But why? It's an automatic. Oh, RTW, what the fuck were you doing? Hit your foot to the car pedal. The gas pedal, even. Oh, that's the mesh. There we go, I'm just going to let them clip through because I'm not going to move the pedals around because that's overkill. Like, you will never see that. A guy's not drifting, but you should always keep your foot on the clutch anyway. Especially when you're in a high-speed chase. Gotta keep control of that car. Well, I mean, ultimately, I have not decided how, when, something with the pizza. So, up to you. Yeah, the small details that I always do. Like, I wouldn't do them if it wouldn't bug me so much not doing them. Like, not adding those details would annoy me to no end. Like, I mean, even back when I still did that, very old, one of my first renders, the one with whiskey driving on the highway-ish thing. like, I like did complete posing for whiskey, even though she's almost completely invisible in that scene. Like, she had her hand on the shifter. She was she had her foot on the clutch. She had a gas pedal released. Everything. Yeah, in that case, just give me the pizza boxes then. Like, I mean, you can set everything up. I'll probably find use for them at some point, but right now I only need the pizza box. Like, ultimately, it's up to how much you want to do now. And because he's mid-turn, he needs to have his hands rotated. Now, with the police cars, I'm not going to worry about rotating the steering wheel, because I might actually still do that on that car, but on this car, overkill. Like, that's so much work that even my attention to detail will just say, like, fuck it, that's too much work. Alright, if you're gonna set everything up, that'd be sweet too. Like, but it's up to you. I only need the closed box. There we go. Maybe I make this cop sit out on the window, out of the window like the like an APB. But then again, that's bad cover. So maybe I'll make her lean out the window. You know, normal operational procedure will say you should not do this. Okay, version of the gun holster gone because I am too obsessed with attention to detail. Rotate a bit. Bring a slice in her mouth. That's, I mean, that's a little bit, I don't know. I mean, I would do it if you want me to. And knowing Yancy, he'll be like, okay, here he goes. Yeah, totally, it's fine. But, I mean, I won't object if you want that. Well, yeah, APB. I mean, APB does actually have an Italian restaurant, so you could probably say that it exists in lore. Which is probably not good enough for this purpose, but, yeah. Alright, is she fitting through the window? No, she's not. Nope. This is an awkward pose if I've ever seen one. Alright, I'm gonna make her lean on the window like that, maybe. I don't know what I'm doing. But that's no news, I never know what I'm doing. I just keep doing things until suddenly it just all works. And at this point I realize I need another pistol. This time I'm going to need the FBW, which I have set up already. Of course, it's way back there. Hello, FBW. Join you all together. Scale you down because you're giant. Move you way over because you're way out of the place. And get you somewhere remotely close to where I need you to be. Alright. Oh yeah, because the screencast keys isn't showing it, and I kind of want to make sure that everybody who's watching also knows what the hell I'm doing. If you press shift while pressing the arrow here, you'll move it along that plane. So basically, if I press shift on this one, I'll move along the 2 other axes there. Scaling, I'm used to that. So that's no biggie. And here we demonstrate once again that the female hand size is very small in APB, because this is ridiculously big. This is why I usually slightly scale down the guns. Not very much, just enough that it no longer needs to clip like halfway through the palm in order to fit. Alright. And get you on. Oops. Get this bone up. Bone parenting and good. Now, I gotta point this around the corner a bit. I think for this stage it would be beneficial if I... Hello? Oh my god, oh, no, never mind, I'm an idiot. As I have proven countless times today alone. Get rid of this window. Okay, there's you can't phase through windows. Now, because she's a cop, she's going to be aiming for the tires, roughly. Because let's face it, when you're in a moving vehicle, shooting at another moving vehicle, you're not going to be hitting anything accurately. Unless you work for the LSPD in GTA 5, where you'll be able to hit a pin-sized target from a mile away when the target is also moving 300 miles an hour. But, yeah. There we go. And let's get this hand and make her hold on to something. Okay, pizza's on Discord, that's good. Cool, I'll go grab it a bit. Alright, have a good one then. And, yeah, this stream was very late in comparison to what I want, just how things worked out tonight. I should usually be streaming like 2 or 3 hours earlier than this. So, yeah, have a good night. Alright, more, oh, for fuck's sake, more elbow moving. that, and something like this. And this is very much a detail you will not be able to see. A bit, but not much. Going for camera angles, something like this. Actually, now I'm noticing that the camera is sort of front on facing the car. Ugh. Actually, thinking about it, her driving along the curb is actually her driving the ideal line around this corner. Well, overdriving it a little bit, but would be about the ideal line. Like, you'd come from something like this. Like, sort of like this. So, it's just a little anecdote of no real importance. Just noticed that, wanted to mention it. Anyway, with the further away police cars, I think I should be able to get away with not posing drivers for them. So, you will have to excuse my laziness in that regard. Alright. And... oh, come on. I'm still unsure what exactly I want to do with the growl. Because I sort of want it to be in shot, but I already have two cars in, like, at the center. And, maybe actually, hold on. Maybe I can make this work. Have the growl sort of like mid-drift overtake the, you know, then, no, if I do that then I need to, choose bad camera angles or something like that. Actually, maybe I can make him sneak up the inside of the turn. You know, that would make him bounce the curb even more, never mind about that then. You gotta go to the ends? Alright. Not gonna hold it against you, it's pretty late for most of you. I mean, it's pretty late for me as well, but I don't care. I do not care. Yeah, knowing my luck, this will probably be another 24-hour, like, another 12-hour render, but it should be done by tomorrow. Unless I, like, just fall asleep at some point, but I kind of doubt that. Because unlike last time, like the last couple of renders, I don't need to render build a background for this one. Oh, what's up? What's up, Kaz? Is Blender being stupid? Oh, what's up? I probably shouldn't be able to keep up like that. Ugh. I'm gonna have to quickly re-enable the buildings that will be visible. Because right now I'm not actually, like, I gotta set up the camera angle because I'm currently just going with a rough anticipation of where I want the camera to be, but oh. No, I don't want a speaker. Oh, that's what you mean, okay. Ah. Jens is always so quick to leave. Never waits for us to say goodbye. Or good night, or whatever applies. Wait, what am I doing? Add camera. Now let's move the camera over there. and make its clipping to something ridiculous. And use the trick that Kaz told me about. Actually, now that I am actually sitting here and working with the camera, turns out I didn't actually need the updated version. But such is life. You can never be too sure about this. And now to figure out the exact angle I want. I'm thinking kind of a low angle for this scene, like something like this. Then again, it kind of, sort of removes focus from that's not what I wanted. Kind of very much removes focus from Kaz and in the car. Like, yeah, I know you like your rotated cameras, but gotta figure out how exactly I want to do the angle. And you know, for once, this is actually one of those renders where I actually agree rotated camera is indeed something that makes sense here. Because this is a very action-like render. Maybe something like this. That's a little bit... You don't very much see much of the limited edition Pop Cazadora in her like third main outfit or something. I can't remember the exact copy paste you keep saying. Well, you know, ultimately this is kind of the issue with renders of people in cars. You don't usually see very much of them. It puts way more focus on the car than it does on the person driving it. Like, you can make out Kyle over there, but Kyle will be pretty much hidden behind the window. Right, remastered main outfit number 3, that's the one. I think this, like, either we're just going to have to deal with this, or I need to drastically rethink camera placement. But at the same time, you've already had a character-focused render, so maybe actually having action-focused render might be interesting. So at least for the moment, I'll keep it like this. Unless I have like a brilliant idea. Unless I have a brilliant idea, I'm not going to change anything here. But one thing I will do is just notice that she's not looking where she's going. She's looking straight ahead. Come on. I hate moving the camera like this. Yeah, I was only half serious. And I don't take you too serious. Like, I know when you're kidding. Most of the time, anyway. I'm still unhappy with how much her arm is stretched, though. Like, I don't want to move the shoulder too far forward, though. Like, whoop. This means I get to play around with hair in a minute. I mean, I had to play around with hair, was pretty obvious from the start, but now at least she's looking where she's going. Yep, that's good. This cow looking where he's shooting. No, he's not. At least not completely. Yeah, that's good enough now. The good thing with this scarf is I think I can get away with a little bit less accurate movement of the neck because it's covered. Doesn't really make much of a difference though. But again, yeah. That's just how I roll. Come on, give me a skeleton, give me the skeleton, give me the fucking... Okay, here we go. There we go. That should do the trick. Now we're gonna check the scene composition. Yeah, it already looks much more alive. And I think once again I hate this. I can get away with not moving the steering wheel. So I'm just gonna take her hands and I just hold on before I do any of this. Background, go away, you're just slowing things down. Actually, all of you just go away. There we go. So let's get a hand up here. And I think this hand was already not visible, but you know me. Gotta keep those details. I say while moving her hands around the steering wheel, it's not rotating. I'm selective with my details. Most of the time I try to keep high detail, but there are just situations where it's overkill or doesn't work or doesn't make sense. This is where both doesn't make sense and doesn't work. A rare combination. Again, thumb I think you can't even see. Enough. Okay. What I'm going to do now may be considered cheating by some, but I'm going to just move her ever so slightly in her chair. There we go. Something like that. I don't know, my god, this shoulder. There you are. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, especially because you don't see any of that shit. I'm going to just get over it. There we go. Rotate it a bit like this. Something like that. Yeah, that's good, I think. And actually, might not need to mess around that much of the hair after all. Again, not visible and messing around the hair is annoying. Enough. I hate that when you have a rotated camera that it also rotates the free view once you go out of the camera. But I shall deal with this. Alright, right, I wanted to have her knock over a trash can or something. And actually, before I do any of that, it's time to save. Technically, this belongs in the request folder. So, this shall go into the request folder. There. No, I can type, I swear. I lie, I can't type, but I'd like to pretend that I do. Alright. Actually, what about the broad wing? Can you even see it? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh yeah, you can see it. Still wondering about the drivers. Still wondering if I need them. I guess for the moment I can make them disappear. Like that. Boom, gone. Because we're sort of hurting the scene composition. Now, I'm going to quickly select the whole car, duplicate it, move it some over here. Because apparently they very, very much angered the SPPD. Now these normal cruisers, they're just going to be driving on the correct side of the road. That works scene composition wise. And actually, I just had a crazy idea. I just had a very crazy idea. It would kind of I'm gonna give this a try. Because right now I'm kind of pissed off that I have a load of empty space over there that is currently filled by some buildings and stuff. But buildings are boring. Buildings are background. So what I'm thinking is adding something interesting. Something that technically doesn't make sense to be visible in scene, but who the fuck cares? I shall take the... Where is it? No, it's not there. It's right there. Where is it? Is it in here? No. Oh, there it is. I'm an idiot. Go. That. Again, probably being a little bit crazy with this idea, but crazy is good. Yes, that's a helicopter. Because the roads here are so freaking bloomin' giant, a helicopter can fly between buildings, ain't no problem. Like, it's not even close. Like, not even remotely close. Oh. Well, that kind of kills the idea, doesn't it? Unless I make the helicopter pilot be suicidal, I make him flow low enough to hit fucking street objects. Do we go with suicidal pilot? Because I still wanted to do a render of the police helicopter in it. I mean, I can move it a little bit further back, I guess. Like somewhere over here, and I can probably move it higher up. Stream died? Are you sure? Is it back? Help, please tell me it's back. It's cancer, isn't it? It's cancer, isn't it? Still suicidal helicopter pilot, but not as bad as before. Maybe move back a bit, and actually you would probably rotate a little bit more. You think it might be your connection? Okay, that's fine then. So, do we stay with suicidal pilot or do we not? Because this is brushing, like this is brushing the line between ridiculous and sensible. Actually, I'm gonna quickly enable the other buildings to see. Actually, incidentally, putting it here did clear up this slightly boring bit of wall. Every other bit of wall has some kind of a interesting feature to it. And actually, I just realized, is he running into the billboards? No, he's not. Okay. He is flying it dangerously close, though. I've flown helicopters as close to buildings in GTA, but GTA is not exactly a realistic depiction of any kind of physics. So, I mean, it does sort of make sense to fly low to the ground because you're slightly faster in a helicopter flying low to the ground. But, same time, he's probably not flying anywhere near top speed, so yeah. Yeah, I'm also on the fence about it. Like, we need a Sadira. Sadira, please tell us: should we keep silly helicopter or should we remove it? Because on the one hand, I do like sort of silliness of there's an entire police department coming after them, and the helicopter sort of helps with that. But then again, it's also just a little bit too ridiculous, maybe. Very much on the fence about this. Yeah, I'm liking the overall feel of this. Debating. Were you holding in for long or what? Yeah, it's like, it's an unexpected thing. It's not like something you'd expect, but yeah, it fills the empty space. I mean, it's just barely sensible enough. Like, you'd expect to see, like, a high-speed chase usually involves helicopters because, let's face it, in real-life scenarios, police stations don't have sports cars. And yeah, it does, sort of add to the film. It also adds to this silly aspect of like there being an entire police department chasing them. Especially because we have the hidden context that they stole pizza. But if we just ignore the fact that he's on a dead set collision course with a street light or traffic light, then actually he could probably dodge it. Brake to not hit that one, and then fly for this one because the lanes are ridiculous. I mean, look at this. This helicopter takes up 2 fucking APB lanes. This is beyond ridiculous. But yeah, not going to go on about the ridiculousness of the roads anymore than I already did. So yeah. Now, quickly going to check back here. Kind of think of adding the civilian car here, but then it would sort of block the police cars. I'll give it a try. Alright, I have a load of civilian cars, all of them to be precise, and don't know which one to pick. Actually, I could make an interesting one and take the tow truck I made and make him tow a car. Could be interesting. I'm going to quickly take it and see if I'll make it work or not. Get that thing over here. Come on. I mean, there should be some kind of civilian traffic around here. And tow trucks would always have work in APB because, in somehow because, well, there are enough car wrecks everywhere. Wait, no, oop. Nope, that was Alt G, not Alt R. Rotate, no, 90. It's just a weird enough angle. Okay, going to have to decide what car he's supposed to be towing before I actually go about doing the towing. Alright. Oh yeah, I already own the pack. I deleted the original blend files. Let's see. Oh yeah, the wheels aren't named because I'm an idiot. I guess I'm just gonna have to select all the wheels and hope and just pick out the correct pair. When I get them, let's not take the broad wing because we've already got a bunch of broad wings in the scene. And let's take the Raven instead. Then find out which wheel is the correct one. Turns out, none of them. Why is there a big gap there? Strange, indeed, but fine. Let's get you over to the tow truck, like that. Except I didn't even get close to the tow truck. Get you somewhere remotely close to it. Bunch of camera adjusting because I have to. I'm wondering now, should I be posting this in the request thread? Because technically you did not go through official channels to request this. And also be a triple post. Now, technically, modern day tow trucks don't use the hook system anymore because the hook system likes to do damage to the vehicles as well. But I don't care. So, hooked you shall get. And hide the road so I can select the bone more easily. There we go. And hide, and now I can see that this covers up way too much of the scene and go have a little cry. Well, yeah, this covers up quite a lot of the scene, doesn't it? Quite a lot of scene for quite very much nothing. Just the Raven is also too tall. But then again, it does make it seem a little bit more busy, like you'd expect from a road in San Paulo. If you look at it lore-wise, not gameplay-wise, because if it's gameplay-wise, then the stream's already way too full. I mean, I probably can make it work, but again, it just seems a little bit too busy now. Maybe I'm just going to maybe just a tow truck doesn't need to be towing anything. Oh, there we go. Move it a little bit more into shot. Now move you guys a little bit further apart again. Perspective does a lot, because those cars are really not far apart from each other at all, but there's a camera angle, it just seems very like they're miles away from each other. But they're almost driving parallel. Alright. Yeah, I think this works better. Gives the scene a little bit more life. Alright. Now, the big-ish test. if I apply lighting and everything, will everything still look fine? Chances are everything will look like shit, but who knows? Who knows? Now, going about this logically, I should try to avoid directing the sunlight directly at the windscreen of Kaz's car here, in order to get as little direct light reflection off of it as possible. So, gotta hope for the best here. I'll give it a value of 9. Get a sky in here. Oop, that's... Hello? What's this? Oh, that's from all the vehicle materials because I was a lazy fuck. Okay, Divinity, let's get you way the fuck up. Like something like 8. Put the light strength to 7. Go to camera view. And set this to 40% and hope for the best. Oh yeah, right, light path optimization. Let's go with 6 bounces. Actually, no, 4 bounces. Clamp to indirect 4. Clamp to direct, the indirect to 1, clamp direct to 4. Thread is already fixed. And your texture selected, okay. Alright, let's see this then. Oh yeah, I have the hairstyle enabled, so this might take a minute. Actually, this will also give me a chance to see if I actually need to modify the hair. Never mind, this scene is taking a long time to build. Oh, and I haven't adjusted all the lights from the police car, so they still have all their lights turned on. And I still need to modify the materials and reapply them all to use the same and all that jazz. There we go. Alright. I think I can get away with the growl and the other police cars in the background not having drivers. I also wonder if I can get away with the pilot not being there. The good news is the initial lighting isn't looking bad. So far, so good. Let's see if it stays that way. Oh god, I just realized how much wheel animation I'm going to be doing. The graffitis. Oh yeah, right. There was like a somewhere over there, I think. I'm also happy that the lighting isn't looking super noisy. Like, this area, a bit, but it's not like my previous two renders, which were like, no, it was just so horrible I don't even want to remember. I'm probably gonna get PTSD from that. But at least for now it's looking pretty good. Good news is you can indeed somehow make out that Kaz is sitting at the wheel. And you can just about, on this preview, make out that there is indeed a bullet casing coming out the gun, so that's good. Helicopter's looking good, and I can get away without having a pilot. Doesn't look like any of the materials around here are broken either, so that's good too. Fail of the rope material? Is it? Oh, is it the border around the crosswalk here that you're talking about? So I just noticed that too. What's up with the Moirized texture? That's very, very dark. Gonna have to look into that in a minute. And any other way too dark textures around. Kyle and Kaz's textures worked out of the box perfectly. And building materials all seem right. But the Moira, for some reason, is just looking very dark. And the carpet also looks very dark. Am I having this issue with my own textures now too? Stupid Blender, it's stupid broken shit. And oh my fucking god, are you also broken? Calm. Keep it calm. So Broadwing is fine, the Growl is fine, the convertible Cisco is fine, Helicopter's fine, the environment is fine, just the stupid Moirite, the stupid police officer lady, and the stupid tow truck. That's irritating. Alright, but this image is going to get a quick save in here. Technically it's a request right now, so I should be putting it somewhere else, but whatever. Alright, what's up with you, Morai? Two possibilities. Either I forgot to auto-smooth you, which I didn't, or your texture's actually fucking up. Did I forget to remove auto smooth on you? No. So you're also wrong with the texture. Fine. Fine. Guess I gotta do some texture work. Was hoping to get away with not having to do any today. Alright, let's get you over here. Vehicles, SPD, Moirai. And then some of them are broken. It's probably likely that all of them are broken. So gotta fix them. diff.png. And export US. Specular. Next up is the normal map. Because I can't be sure that not everything is fucked up, so I need to do everything. And layer mask. Export as normal. Not PNG. Very exciting stuff to view right now. Very, very exciting. I would almost not be surprised. Fuck it, I'd be not surprised if all of a sudden everybody was gone. And because I'm never sure why or how or whatever, I usually just reapply the alpha to what it was before. Like to the actual alpha. So normal alpha, because I'm not sure what else to call this. Technically it's a kind of specular map, but it's not really. Anti-interior. Actually, I'll quickly check if the wheels looked fine, because if the wheels looked fine, the interior might be fine. The answer is you can't see the wheels. That's always great, but I can see the wheels on this one and they look too dark as well, so fuck me, I gotta fix them too. The long sigh. It would be slightly less infuriating if I wouldn't still had to save so many different files. Like if they had less normal maps, specular maps, alpha maps even, then it would be okay. But everything has a fucking alpha map on vehicles. It's frustrating to no end. And you are you the proper interior or are you the proper interior? Actually, on the Mora, I know I'm not using the proper interior. Because I forgot about that. Just pressing that. No. Stupid tube always putting itself in the background. Transfer alpha. Oh wait, no, I fixed the normal map on this one. Interior map. I actually went and took the entire interior of the Moira, which was beige, and made it grey because it pissed me off to no end. I also removed the speakers in the back, if I recall. Not sure where they were on the texture, but I removed those because it's just annoying me. Seriously, where were the speakers? Nah, it's besides the point. Interior, PNG. Layer mask. File. Export as interior spec. Transfer the alpha channel. If I recall, the alpha one is broken on this. So I can get away with just the wheel alpha. Well, wheel diffuse. Well, no. PNG. Very frightening stuff going on right now. Alright, that should be everything. Now, you are going to want render output. Vehicles. SPPD. Moirai. Diffuse. You are the diffuse alpha, which was the specular, which is where? That. Then next up is the normal map. Which is here. And now the normal alpha. And a bunch of textures that I don't have. What am I doing? Why do I keep pushing buttons? Okay. Interior diffuse. Where is it? There it is. Interior specular. Interior normal. Wait, hold on. There was no wait, do it in normal alpha? What's the normal alpha for the interior normal alpha for? Oh, it technically had one, but practically didn't. Okay, yes. The wheels. And then I get to do the entire spiel over again for the tow truck. Long sigh. This is the worst part about rendering. When something doesn't work and you know exactly why not. Oh, I'm still using the same texture. Then I do normal. There we go. Wheel PNG. Wheel.png and wheel.png. And where's wheel normal? Wait, what? What? What am I doing? What did I do here? The fuck is wrong with me? Today we found out that I'm an idiot. And I fucked up the texture something fierce at some point. No, wait. Hold on. Oh, no, of course. No, I am actually just an idiot. I'm actually just an idiot. Because I can't read. I know what I'm doing. Trust me. And I am thinking just saying fuck it all to this stupid tow truck because I don't want to do that all over again. It's hardly visible anyway, but then again it also adds to the scene. Meh. I'm indifferent about the truck in general. Is anybody else feeling indifferent about the truck? Can't make up my mind. So I'm just gonna say fuck it and fix it. Going to make some more really thrilling footage, but oh. Where did I put the textures? I guess I could just try moving the textures. Because that likes to work every now and then. I want to be lazy about this. Seriously, where did I put the textures? Like, it's a... Which one was it again? Was it a... It wasn't a T25, or at least the textures went in there. I think it is a T25. Oh, do I maybe have it in here? No. I'm confused. Was it Montana? Here's a Montana, okay. New folder. There you go, and oop. Just gonna copy you all, put you in here, and hope to fuck that this works. If it doesn't, I'm gonna have a little cry again. Sieve. Ah, right, of course, yes, the crossing needs a needs to be fixed. But apart from that, it doesn't look like I need to do all that much tweaking, which I am perfectly content with. Because less tweaking I need to do, less upset I'm going to be in the end. Alright. Normal alpha. Wait, hold on. Oh, this needs to be... Oh, okay, I slipped. Okay, that's fine. Alright, I'll fix that in a moment then. Thanks for the heads up. So you normal color, normal alpha, and then a bunch of textures I don't worry about. Oh yeah, I joined everything on this one, didn't I? Now the interior I'm just not gonna give a fuck about because you don't see it. This I believe is the orange lights on top. Yes it is. Barely visible, but might as well fix it. This is all on the assumption that this works. Which it very well might not. In which case, again, I'll probably have a little cry somewhere. This is the wheel because stupid. This is the normal. This would be the normal if it would work, and that's fine. Now I'm going to quickly render a section of the car and hope that this works properly. Oh, and I should probably hide the hair before I do this. Well, oh yeah, right, of course I parented to the car. There, right to here, now render. Haven't forgotten about the raw material, I'm gonna get to it in a second. Still taking photo to build. Oh, because I'm an idiot and pressed the wrong button. This is not the first time I've pressed the wrong button. Okay, that did fix the material. Thank goodness. And on this one, please have fixed it. I don't want to go through all of that again. Okay, that's also fixed. Oof, okay, I'm happy now. I'm in a happier place now. Interestingly, the material breaking stuff, I've only ever happened with Lilacs materials. Everything else has always worked. So I'm thinking about having something. I think it's just a coincidence, but maybe not. Who knows? Right, the cop is indeed broken too. Yeah, fine. Broken cop it is. That means I gotta fix broken cop, which means I gotta move broken cop stuff around. This one is a female 2. So grab the female 2 stuff. Move the female 2 stuff in here and select female number 2. Oh yeah, she has her reflective vest set up, so characters, SPPD, female 2, vest diffuse twice. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I swears. I'm lying, I have no clue what I'm doing. Which one is the vest? That's the vest one. It says so in the name. There we go. That should be more or less fixed. Oop. There. That should work fine now. Also, since we've established that I can get away with, with having no cops in the cars, I can quickly delete those guys. Hope to hell that I didn't leave anything behind. At least one of them did. There we go. Alright, now the road here. Walk line. Okay, you said the fact from the mix shader is a red. It's a red channel. Okay. Which mix shader is there only one? Because I'm not finding it right now. Hold on. Looking for a mix shader of a factor red alpha. Add, multiply, 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 overlay, overlay. What am I looking for? Well, one with a factor, okay, you don't have a factor, it goes over, doesn't it? Ah, this one. There it is. Oh, mix shader. Mix shader. There we go. Alright. Let's see, what did you say? Mix red with green, okay. Okay. Text, no, color. Mix RGB. Making a messy material even messier. There we go. Nope. Wait. What do you say I need to do now? Okay. 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 Chat delay. Not really helpful when trying to follow instructions. Alright, let's give this another try then. Re-enable the hair. You're not dumb. You're not dumb. Oh, it's a section. And you're right, I should test this before I do an actual render. Yes, that indeed fixed it. That's good. Which means I can now render this without a border box thing. Enable the hair, and there we go. Now this will take another moment. But then we're almost done, I think. Remember when I said that I wanted to make this a shorter stream? We're coming up to the third hour now. I think I was only setting up for 10 minutes or so, yeah. Naturally. I wouldn't have it any other way. But I just remembered, I'm not done yet because I still gotta do animation. Because I'm crazy and I want way too much from this one render. Goddamn fancy Blender magic here with its stupid long build times. And I still didn't do the lights for the police cars. Because of course I didn't. Crosswalk is very bright now. Very, very bright even. I think it might need some more work. But it's a good start, so I'll give it that. So, gotta think of a way to make that work. If you have any ideas, just feel free to say if you have any ideas how to make that work. So, yeah, is anything else looking weird? Alright. Seeing this again reminds me of the wheel materials sort of broken for the broad wing. I don't know why though. Gonna have to do zoomed in sections in a minute for some of the details. Like I need to zoom in on the driver's seat of the car here if you really, really can't see. And if you really, really wouldn't be able to see a driver. Technically, I should make sure that this guy is not too dark. Alright, simple enough. Thinking about doing something like that. Do you have any values that work well? Can you maybe play around with that? Still thinking if I should put something over there. And if yes, what? Alright, 0.6 in red, blue, and green. 0.06, okay. That shall do fine then. Okay, now that the colors and everything are fixed, this looks much better already. And of course I didn't fix the cop lights. I think I already mentioned that actually now I think back. But it's so aggravating that it's worth mentioning again. Now I'm looking back at the scene, like as it is right now. Kind of this basically there is no unmodified model in unmodified vehicle model in this scene. Like all of these police cars have like the modern day LED police lights that I grabbed from GTA. The Moirai has a added bull bar. Can't really see, but police cars here have like dividers inside them. Moirai actually as well. Then there's obviously the tow truck here, the helicopter, the modified Cisco. Just loads of modified vehicles. Nothing like directly how it came out of APB. I mean, model wise, I don't know. Does Kyle have any modifications on him, like character model wise? Like, or is he like actually completely like stock, like straight rip? Cops have the holsters everywhere. Because if that's the case, then Kyle is basically the only normal rip in the scene that is not modified. Alright, you brightness in the diffuse. Copy you, turn you to a multiply with a factor of 0.845. Excuse me. So he is sort of different. Okay, 0.06. There we go. I'm just going to trust your judgment. That this looks proper. And yes, the police lights. Before I yet again forget. Which means I need to hide the glass from the police lights. Which for some stupid reason wants to select last. Hey, done with your homework, that's good. Now you can actually watch me properly. Just about when I was going to start doing some boring setting up of stuff. Alright, first of all, what I'm going to do is going to take all of these and make them apply to this, and select by this material and delete because I don't use the white lights. I only have them set up because because of reasons. And select you. Get out of here. Move and light bar. Alright. The reason why I'm doing this is because in daytime renders, the default brightness I picked for oh god, where are they? There they are. The default brightness I picked for the glowy bits is way too low. I gotta put up to like something like, I think 20 I used. No, it must have been more even. Something like 40 or 30. Otherwise you don't see them through the glass. Alright, let's... On the bull bar I'm going to have the red lights on. On the light bar itself, I think I'm going to go with mixed lights. So I have like some of the red ones on, and then on the other side have the opposite lights on blue. That, and like this, and on the growl I will go all blue, remove the lights in the back as well, just because they are emissive, and emissives do increase render time. Slightly, but they do. So yeah. And the back markers. You, I shall make all red. And you shall be blessed with mixed lights. Blue on the front. Mixed lights, but with a blue focus this time. So like this. And like this. There we go, that's the top light setup. No, there was something else. Oh yeah, of course, the spinning wheels and animation and everything, and oh my god, I still have so much work ahead of me. Alright, give me a timeline. Give me a start point. I'm going to start at 3 and end at 3. I'm going to select all the wheels and not move them. And not Control I, just I. Keyframe their rotation. Oh my god, how many wheels can I get away with not doing? Okay, I think the more I can get completely away not doing, and Broadwing needs them. Both of them do. And this is all assuming, that this will work fine. Which is a very tall assumption because these fucking motion blur things can be very, very finicky. Now, let's get this to frame 6. Okay, I am still on that, so let's rotate 180 should be enough. Except that 180 is the wrong direction. It's minus 180. Minus 180. There we go. Keyframe the road. Tough. Okay, you go back to normal. Rotate. Let's go there. Rotate minus 180. Keyframe the shit out of that and hope to hell that that looks good. Growl, you are up next. Oh, come on, let me select the skeleton. Finally. Not edit mode. Pose mode. Select all the wheels. Keyframe the rotation. Move to frame 6. Rotate by 180 minus again. Lock the rotation. Okay, it looks fine. And now the wheel on the broad wings. If I were a smart person, which I am not, then I would have done this before copying the other broad wing over. Fuck it, because I'm a completionist. Keyframe this. Go back to frame 6. Rotate by minus 180. Keyframe the rotation again. Not exactly the most thrilling footage, but this is all part of it. This is all part of what you have to do when you do the renderings. Oh, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Okay. Keyframe rotation. Oh, did it wrong. Go back to frame 0. Keyframe rotation. Go to frame 6. Rotate by minus 180. Keyframe rotation. Alright. This should be... Oh wait, no. Hold on. Tow truck is also moving. I'm on frame 6. Go to frame 0. rotate like that somewhat. Keyframe and I'm an idiot. Need to keyframe the natural position. Keyframe that rotation and rotate like so. Keyframe that and let's see if this looks good. But before I forget, I gotta turn on motion blur. Hope to hell that the shutter size is fine by default and not press F12 to render. Instead, does animation have a hotkey? I don't know. Now it's building the scene again. Always takes a bit. Because of the fancy magic blender head that Kaz uses, which is fine. Doesn't make the render take all that much longer in total for me. I'm actually considering making the tow truck have some motion blur on it, like on the entire thing, because it's moving in the different in the opposite direction from the rest of the movement on screen. Yeah, I mean, in the end, how it turned out, the mesh hair probably would have been the better choice for this scene, because the hair is hardly noticeable in total, but there was no way to know about it that it would turn out this way. So it's no biggie. And plus, because it's only such a tiny part of the scene, it doesn't really impact render performance. Like when I did the render with her punching that comic staff guy. That took a lot longer because the hair took up like what was it? Like maybe a quarter of the screen. So yeah, it was a bit different, but this time it's fine. It's like maybe 6 squares, maybe 7 will be affected. Yeah, exactly that guy. Alright, motion blur is not quite as effective as it should be. Need to check it individually, but at this point I don't even care that much anymore. Because I'm going to be adding some tire smoke here. And maybe some tire smoke. Not on the growl, he's not turning or anything. And okay, so the extra brightness and added that like slight teal hint to the lights is not really visible in the final render, which is good because I was worried about that. Because police lights are not teal, they are blue. And yeah. Also the crossmark looks pretty good now, so Gaz gave me pretty good values. As I expected. Now, I just realized I completely forgot about the pizza that we were supposed to hide, so I'll quickly get this and put it somewhere. that only makes sense in the props folder. So yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. Because, well, normally if I'm working, I'd open that in another Blender window. But because A, I'm streaming, and B, this is already killing the rendering my CPU as it is, I don't want to open another instance of Blender at this moment in time. Because it probably wouldn't go well. But, yeah. I am indeed liking where the scene is going. Just waiting for the tow truck's wheels to get in sight so that I can see if they look proper. I mean, they should look okay, but never hurts to be sure. So I've now been going for 3 hours. It's actually more entertaining to go for 2 hours, but that's fine. Nobody ever died from staying up until 3. Actually, I'm not gonna say that because somebody might have died doing that, but yeah, doesn't matter. So yeah, this is looking pretty good. At least I think so. Could be completely wrong, could look like shit, and I'm just thinking it looks good. I mean, obviously it's still missing the pizza, so it's nowhere near perfect. Yeah, damn, my level was empty. I'm probably gonna wrap it up in 10 minutes anyway, so... the tow truck's wheels aren't spinning. I had a feeling that this would be the case. Okay, I'm gonna quickly give this image a save. There we go. And yes, I'm gonna have to get that pizza in there somewhere. So props, pizza pack. Oh wow, that's actually quite a lot of different variations. Okay, that pizza's like way over there. Yeah, get back over there. Where's the pizza? Oh jeez, you weren't kidding when you said it probably needs to be rescaled. That looks fucking puny. Might actually be right scale because let's face it, this is a very big scene, but oh my god. This is like a pizza for ants. Oh my. Smallest pizza box in existence. Let's scale that way up. Like that. So they didn't just steal small pizza, they stole big pizza. Like the family size pizzas. Gonna have it sticking out like this somewhat. Like that. So you can see exactly what they stole. And the great pizza eyes of Samparo. Now with things like these I don't scale by factors because it's so wide, it like varies so wildly between different kinds of engines and different creators and everything. So I'll just freehand scale this, and I think that's good enough over there. Maybe because we all know how much you love pizza, so maybe you got greedy and stole 2 pizzas. Maybe that's why the entire department is behind you. You stole the pizza delivery for the cops. You know, they would have to be donuts. And of course, gotta fix those fucking wheels from this fucking Montaigne. Okay. Clear rotation. Clear rotation. And now rotate this by 180. Keyframe rotation. Hope that works this time. And to make testing a little bit faster, I'm just going to render this section. And there we go. You know what? Fuck that wheel. Fuck that wheel. Instead, this guy will just drive. So that will leave me with it somewhere over there, which is about where it was before. Only now it's going to be blurry as fuck. So let's select an area like that. Now the good news about making the truck blur is it will probably blur the wheels enough so that you won't see that they're not spinning. And I think that just about worked. Now, technically, I would also need to make the background motion blur, but I just don't want to do this now. And I think it would kind of ruin the scene if I do. So, I'm gonna give it one final preview. Actually, wait, no, hold on, I gotta check if this wheel spins enough. Please, if I said anything else I need to do and didn't do yet, please tell me, because I'm forgetting, I'm getting tired. I also need to increase resolution, obviously. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. Next up, I wanted to test what Kaz is looking like there with her hair. One century of updating the BVH later. This is why I usually do test renders without the hair enabled, because it's just such a pain. I need to wait a minute longer for the scene to build. I mean, yeah, of course, you have a lot worse. Basically, every scene you make has fancy Blender magic hair in it. So, you got it rough. Not gonna deny it. You got it rough. But, you do get very fancy hair of that. And those pizzas are a bit big, I think. Just a little bit big. But apart from that, I think that's pretty good. Actually, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this one around so you can see the red of the packaging. Scaled it down slightly. And in turn, actually moved them up just a bit. I know, kind of slightly floating, but it's fine. It's fine. Nobody's gonna notice. Oh yeah, I wanted to test for the drivers. If I need them. At this point, I've decided even if I need them, I'm still just gonna fucking ignore it because nobody's gonna pay attention. And when you look at that, you can't see. Alright, time for the final test render before I call it a night, I think. Oh, still gotta figure out the sample counts, but that's a small point. Nothing too big, nothing too fancy. And since the guy that wanted to see the smoke effect being done isn't on stream in chat anymore, I guess I'll just move that until next time. Oops, I forgot to enable the hair. I don't want bald cows on the preview, so I'll quickly fix the hair. So many things with C. There we go. Let's try that again. Building scene, take forever. Has this tradition. And then I gotta figure out the samples, which I'm guessing are going to be around 50 square samples or 2,500. It's just my rough guess. Could be a lot more, could be less, if I'm lucky. But I won't know for sure until I get there. The good news is that it's moving very quickly, so I don't need to worry so much about that in the end. I just realized the ridiculousness of Kyle there, you know, killing a cop over a bunch of pizzas. Like, that ridiculousness just kind of crossed my mind, and it's actually fucking hilarious now. This render is the gift that keeps on giving. So much silliness. Other things that I need to do in post is put like a cracked windshield, like a bullet hole somewhere in the car window, like in the police car window, and tire smoke. I think that's about the size of it. I mean, that's funny, but it's a bit very much ridiculous. All right. But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this. gotta say, I do like how the Morai looks in light. Like, it's got a slightly unique design to it that the other police cars don't have. I was thinking about doing some fancy design for the growl, but turns out the growl just doesn't really lend itself well to designs. Oh yeah, I wanted to put something here, but I don't know what. I put Whiskey's logo on there, but I don't have that exported anywhere. So actually, I think I'm just gonna leave it blank. But yeah, I think I'm done with this. It looks good, and the noise level is manageable. I'm gonna just quickly figured it out, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Actually, I think I might be able to get away with 40 square samples. Might actually also be able to get away with even less. Nope, gotta disable the hair. Nah, it's still a little bit noisy. Can't get away with that little. Alright, let's go with a 50. 50 should be fine, I think. Yeah, I think 50 is fine. This is like the darkest corner of the map. Render. But quickly see if it's okay on like Kyle's and Kaz's skin. Actually, the arm should be a sufficient sample. Then Kaz just threw me a logo that I can use for the thing, apply it to that, and then call it a night. Yeah, that's fine. That's more than fine, that's good. And whoopsie, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Now, Kaz's face and skin. There we go. I think it's good to go. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, now the graffiti spot over there. And then I can call it a night. Is that it? Yes, it is. Alright. Get an image texture. I should probably download the image first. There we go. Copy this. Get a mix RGB. Oops. Like that and like that. And then it's in decals. There we go. Right, of course I gotta modify the mapping value on this. VMap. This and that. How often is this? 6 times, so 0.2, I think. No. I'm not good at math in the best of times. When I'm tired, it's even worse. Okay, move that in the other direction. Not that much. There we go. Alright, so I'm good to go now. Oof, alright. That's going to be it for me tonight then. Yeah, I hope you found enjoyment in me rambling and doing some rendering in the meantime. And yep. I'm not gonna call it a night just yet. I'm gonna still be hanging around Discord for a bit, but it's gonna be a photo stream, so see you around.